Hello there, I do hope you're doing well today. My name is Ian Green. I'm the musician for Music Dreams and also for Ian J. Green, two different musician profiles available on all streaming platforms. I'm also a music teacher and a composer, and I love making videos. And today we're looking at a piece called Sonatina in G major. This piece is by Anton Diabelli, Opus 168, number 2. And this can be found on pages 14 and 15 of the Celebration Series Piano Repertoire Level 5 book, which is published the 2022 edition of the syllabus through the Royal Conservatory of Music. This is a very interesting sonatina. There's an interesting structure in the piece, which I will outline with you. And also we can look at how the right hand has a melody that's continuous throughout the entire piece. Plus we have a supportive left hand accompaniment with a lot of broken chords. Now, the way this piece is organized, the first section is basically from bars 1 to 16. We have section A, also known as the exposition, where we have a statement of the two main themes in the piece. Then in bars 17 over to 28, we have a development section, a kind of a dramatic middle part to the piece. And then after that, we have bars 29 to the end with a return of the main theme. Now, something that's interesting in this piece is that at the end of the first section, especially transitioning into measures 9 all the way to 16, we change to the scale of D major. And so F sharp and C sharp are marked in the music, including C sharp as an accidental. Then, later in the piece, we have transition into more dramatic elements of key changes, and we go into a kind of a minor sound, and it sounds kind of dramatic and sad. But then we go back to happy-go-lucky in the return of the main theme at the beginning of the final section of the piece, and we stay in the scale of G major for the last page. So let's go over to the piano. I'll show you a couple of tips and tricks, and then I'll play the piece for you. Let's go over to the piano here and see how the left hand uses something called Alberti bass. This means instead of playing solid chords or groups of 3 notes, we play 4 notes. So you can hear how there are different chord changes, but also there is a specific pattern. So when learning the piece, I would suggest that you start off just by practicing those left-hand chord patterns so you can feel comfortable really mastering those changes of fingering and chording. And then when you play the right-hand melody, match it together, you can hear how the right hand is played slightly louder, so we have a nice balance. You can hear that melody clearly. There are some interesting ornaments as well. And the ornamentation in measures 15 and also in measures 43 are consistent, but also really add a nice element to the final musical end of the musical sentences there, or the cadences, especially at the end of the first section, bars 15 to 16, and also at the end of the piece as well. Let's have a nice moment here. Let's take a moment to enjoy this really interesting piece, all the changes of dynamics, and also how the left hand is very vibrant, but is always supporting the right hand melody. vibrant and fun piece that is. Something that's very interesting with this particular piece is that at the end, you probably heard some chords. And it's important to voice the top notes of those chords in the melody, so you can hear that melody note, especially at the end of bar 16 and in the final cadence at the end of the piece. It helps to create a nice, crisp and kind of clear-cut way to finish this piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time as much as I did, and I hope you have some fun practicing slowly first, and then gradually increase the speed as you make beautiful music. Until we see each other again, take care for now.